I have to share the adoption story really quick, because when we moved to Texas and we were adopting our first son, Xander, we were full-time missionaries. We had nothing. We were living totally on support. This woman was still giving us $1,300 a month, and we just made it work with that. And we were in the process of adopting. We were going home to see our families. Right before we went to see our families for them to meet Xander, we gave friends of ours $400. We felt like God said, give them $400. They both have full-time jobs. They do really well. They lived in Dallas, and we're like, why? Like, okay.
Yeah.
So we did. Okay. Yeah. We don't know why. And so we did it. And then the next day we get hit with a $2,800 bill from the attorneys saying we needed it the next day for Xander's adoption fees and all this stuff for the attorneys.
Yeah.
So we asked our friends. It was the first time in 4 years that we ever borrowed money. Like, God always provided every single month right on time, and wild stories. So we borrowed money from our friends. They're like, sure, no problem. I'm like, we'll pay you back in the next 2 months. We'll be able to pay you. And so they write the check for us. And then we were talking like, okay, we're going home to see our families. Do we go to a church? Do we do like a love offering? Does he do a magic show? Like, should we raise money, like fundraise? Because we got to pay this.
Yeah, we got to pay them back. Yeah.
And so, I mean, I would like to not have to wait 2 months to pay them. So,
like, we're trying to purchase a kid here.
Just give us some cash. We'll be good.
So God was clearly like speaking to both of us. No, just go home, be with your families, let them meet Xander, let them enjoy him. Don't raise money. And so we went to Ohio, then we went to Pennsylvania, and we went to lunch with some family friends in Pennsylvania. And we didn't talk about money at all. No adoption fees, nothing about. They just met Xander. That was it. And so at the end of the lunch, the wife was praying, God, I pray you just provide everything this family needs for Xander and the adoption. And after she finished praying for us, the husband was like, as my wife was praying, I was reminded in my quiet time this morning that God told me, take care of my children. That's what he spoke to me. And I was just now reminded as she was praying that we just sold a property and we haven't fully tithed on that property yet. And so I want to write you a check for that.
For the rest of the 10%.
Of the 10%. And it was $3,000. He wrote a $3,000, and we just paid $2,800. So not only did he give us, God provided every penny. He gave us a little extra
abundance. Always the overflow. Like, it's so good. And y'all, you're listening to this and you're like being mind blown over and over again. And like, again, we could sit here all day and have these stories come out of this couple, and it's amazing. We haven't even really touched base on the fact that AGT has come to fruition the way that it has, and the sacrifice that it took to get to that place, right? You know, a lot of people just like overnight success, Dustin and Tavella, right? And you're like, no, it didn't work like that. And yet there's been all this transition, all of the, you know, changes and the mindset shifts that have happened in the midst of all of that too. So the glitz and glamour that might be on stage every night, it's like coming home and working through change and working through evolution and working through not having, you know, your best friends next to you or your family close by. And it's blessings in the midst of that journey, right? Every single day. And I just think that I can't wait to be a friend and watch everything unfold in the process, and, you know, continue to pray for you guys in it.